I do not want a male in the dressing room with me.
No pee-pees allowed.
No pee-pees, please. If you honestly want to put a man up on stage, I'll compete with it. Hello, you guys, and welcome back to Pageant Mafia.
Hi.
We are so excited. So, you guys, this is our surprise episode because this is going to be a little hard-hitting. We do understand that a few of you guys are not going to agree with us, but that is why we live in America, because we have freedom of speech and freedom of our own opinions. But we are so excited to be here with you guys. Before I kick it off to Mom, I do want to say that we are going to have a giveaway for this episode. Just stay tuned. Later I will tell you guys what we are giving away and how y'all can enter into the giveaway.
Absolutely. We are so excited. We are back. We are here in Tampa at Hard Rock Casino.
Yes,
Yay.
that is why the scenery looks a little different here.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, I almost forgot to introduce
the star of the show,
our special guest here. So if you know us personally, you know that we love our Princess Lily, and she's just going to be taking a nap today while we are chit-chatting.
Yep, we have been here for a day or two on location here in Tampa, doing some location things for our podcast, and she decided to come and visit with us. She wasn't going to be on the camera today, but she decided she wanted to be here. So we decided to put her in the middle and make her star of the show. That's not what we're talking about this episode.
Right.
So let's get started, guys. Like we said, this is a surprise, but we felt like this was a necessity. We are going to talk about pageant competition and the recent trending news about the transgender person that had signed up for Miss Georgia USA. Yesterday, she dropped out of the competition. So we want to give you our thoughts on it. And like Ashlin said, you know, you may agree, you may disagree. That's why we live in the United States. That's why we live here. So we're going to be kind. We appreciate y'all being kind. We would just like to give you our point of view on this topic.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So just to give you guys a little bit of background, if you're not familiar with this situation, this person was a born male and then decided to change their gender to a female, and they signed up to compete in the Miss Georgia USA pageant. And if they were to win that title, they would have went on to Miss USA and represented the state of Georgia. And then recently this person has withdrawn from this competition. And that's just a little background. You guys do your own research if y'all want to know more information or dive into it a little bit deeper. But I'm just going to start off. So I'm going to be given the competitor side of it, and you're probably going to be hitting on the mom side of it. But
absolutely,
as a competitor, I'm just going to jump straight to it. I do not want a male in the dressing room with me, because I am not fighting gender. I'm not fighting politics. I'm fighting the Bible. And that is what I stand on. And that is my personal beliefs. Everyone is entitled to their own beliefs. But for me, when you think of a pageant competition, you think of confident women that have competed really their whole life, and something as prestigious as Miss USA on the line. These little girls dream of having that title, and I just do not think it is fair. Recently, there was a bill signed that men can no longer compete in women's sports, and pageants aren't classified as a sport. However, it is still a competition.
Yeah, it's a sport to some people.
Right.
Girls consider it a sport.
But do you think that there should be a bill that is proposed saying that men can't compete in pageants? Or do you think that that's like common sense here?
Well, I think that I'll be honest with you, and audience, please know this is not about gay rights.
Right.
This is not about whether you're gay or whether you're straight or what your beliefs are in that area. We're not crossing that bridge, okay? My best friends are gay.
Right.
We have gay family
And that's
members.
what
We're not talking about gay rights. We're not talking about being gay. We are specifically talking about transgender people competing in competitions against the sex that they were born as.
Right.
We are talking about a female competition, Miss Georgia USA, Miss USA. Now, I understand that there are transgender people in the Miss Universe organization. They have the right. I'm for everyone's rights. I believe everyone has the right to be who they want to be. This is not about me thinking they can't be who they want to be.
However, stay in your own lane, though.
But they have to understand a man competing in a female sport, I think it's just wrong. 100%. I think there's a controversy that just came out about a swimmer. There's been a lot of different women that have been knocked out of the Olympics because of a transgender coming in that was a biological male, and they come in and take this opportunity away from a female, and they have been training for this their entire life.
Right.
And guys, you can say what you want to say. It's medically proven that a man is genetically stronger than a female. A male has got things that will always trump a female in certain areas that women can't control.
But that is why God made man and woman.
Right. And you have to know the difference. Again, and I'm not dissing on them, because to me, a woman should not be in a man's and be able to compete in a male competition either. Let's be fair.
You really don't see that a lot, though.
You don't see that a lot, because guess what? They know they can't compete.
And off of the top of my head, I could be wrong, but I can't think of one scenario off the top of my head where that situation.
No, I agree, but I'm saying it's no different.
Right.
But to compete on stage, to go in a female's dressing room when you were born a male, and make these women feel uncomfortable in their home, their environment, I don't think it's fair either.
And also what I question is, it could be different, but in the past years that I've competed at Georgia Teen USA, the teens and the misses, there's like one big room, and there is a rack in the middle, and that's where everyone hangs their dresses on. The misses and the teens are together.
Yes,
so
they are.
Realistically, you have a grown man possibly changing with a 13-year-old.
Right.
That's not
it's
right.
Just not
and
right.
I don't care any way that you look at that. That does not sit right with me at all. That would make me feel so uncomfortable. It really would.
Right. And as a mother, moms are not allowed backstage or in the dressing room. So I'm going to take my 13-year-old girl and put her in a dressing room with someone that was born a male, that's dressing like a female, but could still be a male. Okay, and I'm sure they're not there because they want to look at my 13-year-old. But what if they are?
Know.
What if they are?
Right.
We have people all over the country now that are doing that to young girls. We don't know. And you know what? If my daughter's going to choose to dress and undress in front of people at competitions, that's our choice. It should be our choice. It becomes not your choice.
Right.
And that's not fair.
Right.
And now I want to come back here. The one reason we decided to go ahead and put this out there is there is so much misinformation about this. Okay, I was listening to a podcast yesterday out of Washington. Please don't quote me. I can't, because I'm not going to say what the podcast was. Right. But they have millions of viewers. And they were giving fake news. Yeah. They were giving bad information, guys.
You showed it to me, and I was like...
Right, this is crazy. So we decided to jump on and do this, and it wasn't even planned. Anything that is in the pageant world, informed people should be the one that are reporting this. And these news broadcasters, the television networks, heck, we even have a local network in our area that was giving bad information. The person that entered this competition entered as Miss Buckhead, the one we're talking about right now. She was going to compete at Miss Georgia USA, that goes on to Miss USA, that would further go on and compete in the Miss Universe organization. And it was going to be in McDonough in June. Plain and simple, that was where she enrolled to compete in this competition. So this person was saying, oh, she could go on and be the first one to win the Georgia title as a transgender and go on to Miss America. And we haven't had a Georgia winner since Betty Cantrell. Come on, guys.
I was Betty's princess.
Betty was phenomenal. She was Miss Georgia America, people, not USA.
America and USA
two different systems.
Totally different things.
People that are talking about this, you don't even know what system she's competing in. Come on. I mean, it makes no sense. So, know your facts. Now, she resigned yesterday, stepped down. We don't know the story. Okay? We know that she said that she is not competing and there will be legal actions later or whatever. That's the statement that we saw on the news. We have no idea what happened. But I'm going to say this. Allegedly, we've also seen and verified that this individual had an arrest report a year before. She was charged with possession of a substance. She was allegedly charged with driving under the influence. Several offenses. It's all public knowledge. Now, this isn't alleged. This is what they have posted on social media. We all know how fake news.
And y'all can find this anywhere.
Right. I mean, it was posted. It could be fake. We don't know. So we're saying allegedly.
Right.
That's
However,
what we were told.
My thing is, even if you are a born female, okay, if you have these criminal charges, I know mistakes can happen, X, Y, and Z. You can learn from them, all of that stuff. However, you are putting yourself up on a platform not only for the state, but for the nation and possibly the world to be seeing you. They are going to do their research. And do you think that she would be capable to handle this title with that record, alleged record? And saying that, it's just, when I was a little girl and when I was competing in the audience, I would always say, I want to be just like that. I mean, as a 6-year-old, if they look to her and say, I want to be just like that. Okay, so you want possible charges on you for the rest of your life. You want to change who God made you. You want to... There's just so many things wrong. And I know I keep on harping on that's how God made you. That's how God made you, X, Y, and Z. That is simply just how I believe in it. And it really concerns me in the fact of... We are not saying that you are a bad person if you are transgender.
Not at all.
Do not take us where we are not going, because I don't care what you are, what your beliefs are. I'm still going to love you because God is love. And God still loves you no matter what you are, no matter who you are, X, Y, and Z. So we are not bashing this person by any means. I'm just speaking as a competitor. I did competition dance. I competed in pageants. I did modeling at Marts. And I started all of that when I was like 10. So I was used to like fast pace, go strip the dress, move on. But in my head, and we've even said this, like I wouldn't feel uncomfortable because all these girls have the same parts as me. And what I was told as a little girl is it's fine if they have the same parts as you. If they do not have the same parts as you, they shouldn't even be in that room with you anyway if you are undressed. And if you have a PP, you do not need to be in the dressing room changing with girls.
Right.
Like, come on. Like,
No peepees allowed.
no peepees, please. Can we put that now on doors, like on dressing rooms? Like, no peepees allowed.
Right. I agree. And the fact that this person may allegedly have a police report, the only reason I'm bringing that up, once again, is when you enter the USA system, you sign paperwork stating you do not have a criminal record, you've never had a felony.
Everything comes to light.
You are saying that. So, did she withdraw? Did she drop out, or was she told she could not compete? We don't know.
Right.
We don't know the answer.
Nor will we.
If
probably.
the state director told her she cannot compete because she has a felony record, you go, state director. I support you. Great job. That's what you should have done. And the fact that she's transgender and someone would be scared to tell her that in fear of a discrimination suit is just wrong.
Right.
It is what it is. If someone can get pictures sent to people and get disqualified or shunned because they were holding a vape, but it's okay for a felon to compete because she's transgender and nobody wants to say anything to her,
right.
That's dead wrong. Now, we're not even touching, we're not even getting into the legalities and oh, well, guess what? Didn't y'all do this, or hadn't y'all been involved in? We're not talking about us. We're talking about her. We're talking about her
but we
being
will
transgender.
Be talking about us.
We will be talking about us very soon. But we are not talking about, she should not be allowed to compete, number one, because men should not compete with women.
Right.
And number two, if she allegedly has any record, then she shouldn't be able to compete. It doesn't matter who she is. Mm-hmm. And when you say, oh, well, y'all are just being sexist or y'all are just being racist against transgender people. No, we're not. We're not. Mm-hmm. You know, we're just saying what we think and it's what we believe. And it's just that simple. And we're just trying to get people to flip the coin and to think about something else other than, you know, right now feeling like you're going to get canceled if you say what you think.
Right, and if you speak up, like
right.
I know many competitors that are probably thinking this exact same thing, but they are scared to speak up. Use your voice and stand up for what you believe in. And if it's not what other people believe in, oh well. It's just an opinion and it's just what you believe. But if you are not standing firm on what you believe, and if you are being swayed to one side or another just because you want to win a pageant, girl, that's not okay.
No.
It's not. You need to stick firm to who you are, and if a certain pageant doesn't want you because of that or doesn't want to pick you because of that, that's their fault. But another thing that I do want to hit on that I know people are going to start saying, and do not come for me on this, but before I share that, okay, let's talk about this giveaway. So we are giving away a trucker hat, perfect for anyone, male or female. So all you have to do is like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment, and then we will contact you. If you win, we will get your email address, all of that stuff. Email address, we will get your address, and we will send it to you for free. All you have to do is 3 little buttons, and you can receive a free trucker hat. Okay, now back to what I was saying.
Okay.
You guys in the comments, I do not want to hear y'all say, well, you're just saying that because you're scared that this man's prettier than you. That is not what it is about.
Not at all.
And as far as sports, people are like, oh, you're just scared because that man is stronger than you. Sports related, yeah, I am. I do not want to be knocked out by a man. Who wants to be knocked out, period.
Right.
But
if you do, at least let it be somebody of your own sex.
Right. Why can't we just be on an equal playing field?
Right.
You know, why does anyone have to think that one person's going to one-up you? Pageants are about building self-confidence. Okay, put a man up on stage. If you honestly want to put a man up on stage, I'll compete with it. I will, because I'm not scared, because I'm confident, because that is what Pageants has instilled in me, and that is what Pageants is about, having that confidence to walk across stage, having that confidence to sit here and talk to thousands of people that are watching this. That is what true confidence is. Confidence isn't about the way that you look.
Right.
It's about how
that's
you
just
carry
the cherry
yourself.
on top.
Right.
That's not who you are, and that's not what makes you a winner. Right. It's not a cliche. It's true. So that's the thing, and I get it. You're saying, well, are you telling me that their insides are who they are, can't compete against a woman? Why can't you? Because I'm sorry, but it just wasn't made for you. That pageant, when they created it, it wasn't made for men to dress up as women and compete against a woman. I'm not being ugly, but there are places that's acceptable.
It's called a drag show.
And that's fine. Good. I would love to go. It's the most fun you'll ever have.
I've actually been to one.
Yeah,
it is actually kind of fun.
I love them. I love them. And I think they are so many talented ones.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, they are amazing. So do what you do and do what you're good at and compete against like kind and do these competitions.
That was something that was designed for people to express themselves in the way that they felt like that maybe they couldn't express themselves if the circumstances were different. X,
and I'm
Y,
all
and Z.
for that.
And yeah, I mean, I love a good drag show. They're funny.
Yeah.
But just stay in your own lane.
Right.
That's my biggest issue. And I would say, as Americans, we have failed in that department because we're sitting here, and at the beginning, I realized I asked you, I was like, do we feel like a bill should be made saying that men cannot compete in pageants? But like you said, pageants was designed for women.
Right.
You know, so it's like, why? Where has common sense gone, America? Let's get real here. Where do we seriously need a rule on that? You know,
society's got where you feel like you have to have a written rule on everything, and the rules change depending on what people want the rules to be.
Right.
Who decides these rules? That's another episode. But who decides what's right and wrong? Who decides what's bad and what's good? I mean, nobody. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, just use your common sense and know. You would not believe the amount of girls that have called me that I work with getting ready for Georgia USA, and they're like, Miss Michelle, should I drop out? I'm not comfortable being in this event. My mom's not comfortable. You know how many girls I've talked out of it, and I've talked them into staying in this pageant?
Especially your teens.
Yeah, I have promoted and told people to stay in, and thank the Lord that we're not going to deal with this issue, but we could have. And I know we just keep on, and there's so much we want to say. And I know that maybe this is toward the end of this episode. But, guys, if you want to comment, we would love to hear it. Comment. Please no hate, because we are not haters. We are not against, once again, we're not bashing any sex, any decision you make. That's not what this is about. This is about using common sense and what's best for the pageant world and what's best for our children on stage.
And I do want to say this. I I feel like the reason this has become so big is definitely because of the issue with this person being born a male and wanting to compete in this pageant, but also once you start entertaining it more and more and more. Now, granted,
Yes.
I know that's exactly what we are doing right now.
We are entertaining it, but we're setting the record straight.
Right. All of these news outlets that just like keep on and keep on and keep on and trying to promote this girl and saying that she should be able to compete and all of that. Like, first of all, to this news station that's doing that, one, do you even know anything about pageants? Well, obviously not.
Obviously you don't.
Not. And two, the more you keep entertaining it, the more people you are hurting, the more people that you are getting wrapped up in this. And third of all, and the most important thing, the more drama you are creating. And I will say this like a broken record. It is all about that head space. Going into my interview, I do not need to be worried about what a man is going to say right after he comes in after me. I do not need to be looking at a panel of judges thinking, okay, well, they might like a man more than me.
Because you're not different enough.
Right, because I'm not different enough. I'm not unique enough. Why can't me just be me and that be enough? You know, like, why can't we get back to authenticity?
Let's be real.
Right. Let's be real. Let's be authentic. And let's be who you were created to be. And if that takes you a little bit more time to figure that out, that's fine.
Yeah.
But let's stop entertaining these stupid things. And yes, I just said stupid. But these are stupid things that we should not be dealing with as women and also as a pageant competitor also.
Yeah. I agree. 100%. You know?
Yeah. Lily, do you have any thoughts on this?
What you think, Lil?
Lily says she's tired.
Yeah. She's just not real interested.
Oh, there she is. You guys, look at that beautiful face. But you guys, thank y'all for hanging out with us. And also, you guys, thank y'all so much for 500 subscribers.
Wow. Already. It's crazy. I can't believe it.
I know. Y'all, our hearts are so full with all the love and support that y'all have been giving us. And we cannot wait to give y'all more episodes. Make sure y'all subscribe and make sure y'all enter that giveaway. But until then, we will be seeing y'all later.
Bye.